Hello and welcome to Racespec EsportsF1 Tier 2 Pacific, and we are here for the French Grand Prix. And boy oh boy, I was so excited for this race, mate. Oh my god. Never been a fan of this track. It just doesn't suit my style at all. It's Brazil, Italy suits my style. This does not suit my style at all. And I just was not excited for this race at all. Never, no, not was. And the goal for this race pretty much was a podium or maybe a top 5. That was the goal. Because I had a feeling Dill was probably going to be better than me at this circuit and probably Reptile. That's why I took it cautious. That's why I wasn't aiming high for this race. But we're on with this lap here. It actually rained in the first half of qualifying, which I'm glad it didn't rain in the race, because, my goodness me, my pace in the wet was shockingly bad. But we'll watch the rest of this lap. Now, we're on the medium tyres, which I decided to go to the mediums because I wanted to do mediums hard, especially with Dill on the mediums, which Dill only did a 1 minute 32, I believe. He came out a little bit earlier, which cost him bad. And my goal in a session beforehand, I did 29.6 on mediums, which I think it's not bad. I need the experts to tell me if that was good or not. Experts like DGRTP17, the new hashtag Pad God, no one else, that old Pad God, that washed up New Zealand guy, screw him. He hasn't got a future. DGRTP17 is the future RRL champion. I don't know, but anyway, here we go. It's coming to the end of the lap now, and it's a 1:30.6, which I was okay with. We weren't the fastest medium runners, but I knew I could have done a bit better, and most of that lap was shocking, though. So I think that's a good, maybe half a second, more of a second, I could have gone out of that lap. But here's Cowboy Oz, and he takes pole. Back-to-back pole positions for Cowboy Oz, and the Scotch is working tonight for him, and he's on pole position followed by Broken Reptile, Edge, Grey Goats, and yours truly. So here we go. It's going to be mediums to hards for us. Who knows what's going to happen at the front as we are racing at the French Grand Prix. And it was a pretty reasonable start. It was a good start. I got the better start of Radley and Elon, which is what I wanted. As we sit behind here off Calbo. Grey Goats edges around. Grey Goats goes around as well. Oh, it's chaos already in the French Grand Prix. We're talking about turn 1, and it has absolutely gone off. It's absolutely gone crazy here. Edge, what was he thinking? I think Edge absolutely forgotten that if you're going to make a pass on someone, you actually have to turn the corner, which he didn't do. He just plowed right into Reptile, and you saw the end of it. But Reptile in P1, Calmo P2. Don't know what happened with Grey Goats and Calmo. I think it was just an effect from what happened with Edge turning around, and it just absolutely blew into chaos. That was, and down to P3 now. Well, into P3, I should say, and trying to catch Calbo and Reptile here, because the fact is Calbo is a championship contender, and we have to get past him. He absolutely is a championship contender after his performance last week, and in P2 at the moment, as Lowry is out of the session. And that is a shame for him, for the Racing Point driver, and it's a virtual safety car. So VSC out. If it was a full course, I think we probably would have seen Reptile and Calbo in. But it was a VSC. So we now sit behind here. We've got Ninja Warrior behind. Ninja Warrior who got a podium in Canada, I do believe. So McLaren doing quite nicely at the moment. But VSC ending. And we're going to see if we can just hunt down Calbo. And turn 1 and 2, man, I was just doing so badly. And, I mean, no excuses. It's just me being a shit driver. But, I was just so annoyed at myself. I was just... This first sector is where I lost a lot of time this race. I lost a lot of time. But Calbo is around. Oh, the back-to-back wins might not happen here. And Calbo, he saw the pub to his right, and he got tempted, and he went to the right, and wanted a beer or a whiskey or a scotch. Excuse me, a scotch. Scotch is the only way, especially if you're racing against Penske. You have to have a scotch. Oh, sorry, Edge. I shouldn't be meeting Penske though. Hashtag PadGod. But Dill, fastest lap, Dill was coming. I knew he was, and Dill had pace. And I said before, I had a feeling Dill was going to be much better than me here. I wasn't expecting to compete with Dill here. I really wasn't. I was hoping I could, but I don't think I could have. But we'll have to wait and see. And again, another warning. And you can probably see now Dill's got the margin now just to 2 seconds. So Dill's really firing away here and closing in. And Dill now in the lead. Dill in the lead. We're in the lead still, and we're coming into the pit lane now. We're going to go on the hard tyres here and go to the end. And could we finally see the fight between us and Dill? Could it finally happen? The battle that we've been looking forward to happening. You know, we've had history before. You know, classic car leagues that I killed with my bare hands. You know, we used to battle a lot in that. We battle a lot in AOF too, and now we're looking to possibly battle here, which could very well happen here right now. We're on lap 11 of 27, and coming to turn 12. Oh no. It's just terrible. It's just awful. And we're now behind tier ES sites. I was so angry at myself when I did that. You know, even if Dill was quicker than me, which I knew he was, I still would have loved to try to fight the battle. You know, would have still loved to try to fight the battle, but I just the racing gods just not allowing it to happen. And so we're close in on tier ES sites here. And we're going to make the move on him now. And round the outside, we get it done. It's turn 1. It was a very good move. We get it done. And now we're trying to hunt down Dill again, who's 4 seconds up the road. So we're going to have to try and find some sort of pace if we want to pass Dill and beat him in this race, especially with the penalties that we get. And hopefully we don't get any more. Yeah, it's just... Oh, it's so frustrating. As Radley's out of the race. Could that be a safety car? It is. And we have a safety car for the first time, I believe, since Bahrain. I could be wrong, but we get... Oh... But anyway, if Dill's going to pit, I was, and we do, as we come into the pit lane now, and...
What the fuck are you doing, you piece of shit?
I just couldn't believe I did that. I just couldn't believe it. I wasn't even close. 79 kilometres an hour I was, when the pit lane speed limit was 60. I was at 79. What the fuck was I doing? I was driving like Captain Farrell, like Owens would on the pad. It was ridiculous. As now we are near Broken Reptile here, I knew I had to make some moves here because Dill got out to the lead, but we lost 3 positions once we pitted, and Broken Reptile and hard tyres now lagging a little bit as well. It was important to get this move done, and there's a bit of contact from behind from Sights. I took turn 1 very cautiously there, and I apologise to Sights there. I took turn 1 very cautiously, and he obviously hit the back of me and gave me a warning. The game blames me for that, which is, yeah, great. But Reptile up ahead, Aussie Gamer fries in P2. I don't know what happened to Aussie Gamer. I think Aussie Gamer just lost his sense of direction on the safety car restart. But here we are, we're now behind Broken Reptile. We need to get this move done and start making decisions because Dill is ahead, but we have to make decisions because we're getting a fuck ton of penalties at the moment. As now we're closing right in on Reptile here. Of course, Reptile on the hard tyres, I believe he pitted just a lap before on the safety car, so I don't blame him for not pitting again. But maybe he should have, who knows, because he had no penalties. But we're going to make the move here on Reptile. We get it done. And went up to peak 4. We're going to try to hunt down here Aussie Gamer for the podium position. But as we said, penalties are costing us at the moment. And I believe Aussie Gamer doesn't have any. Frizzy's got a few. Deal's got like 2. But we move along here, and it's just getting worse and worse for us. But it gets worse and worse for Aussie Gamer. And we're through to P3. Just like that, it's done and dusted. But Aussie Gamer has DRS. And he's going to close right in on us here and try to get this move done. We're trying to break the slipstream if we can. And it's going to be very close between us two. We hold on for the time being, but we need a perfect run through here, and we just do not get the perfect run we want. We're just so slow out of the corner. We're driving like Penske would if he was battling against me, because when Penske battles against me. But meanwhile, Aussie Gamer is through. As I was trying to say, Penske battles against me, he's slow as shit. But Aussie Gamer gets through. And if it was anyone else, I would have, if it was Penske Owens, I would have held on to that position. I would have said, no, fuck you. I am holding on. I'm pushing. I'm done. But yeah, I would have said, fuck you. I'm pushing my way through. You're not having the position, but I'm nice to drivers that I don't want to take out. But here's Aussie Gamer, we go for the move, and we just get it done. Turn 8 gets done nicely, so we get the move done up to P3, and now we're trying to hunt down Frizy, which in the next 2 laps, we do. And Frizy got lucky with the safety car he did. That safety car, he got very lucky, so we go for the move into turn 8. Beautifully done. And we're through. Frizy might have been a little bit nice to me there. But we'll just check out the penalties on Dill, hoping Dill had like another 50 penalties, but unfortunately he does not. So it's just purely me going ahead, and we don't want a safety car, but the safety car comes out. It's Reptile out. That is championship changing stuff, and that is championship implications right there. And I just was so frustrated because we had a good margin of a few drivers, and that could have helped us in terms of penalties, because right now I think we're around 17 seconds. So that's going to cost us. Dill up ahead. Dill said to me he was hoping for a battle here, but sorry Dill, I kind of took these next 2 laps very cautiously. I didn't want to get another penalty because at the moment I knew I was going to dip down by quite a lot, especially after that safety car. But we're going to come to the final lap now, and Dill's miles ahead at the moment. We just took this very cautiously. Dill, though, was very quick here, and will Dill take the win? We'll have to see, but we'll have to see where we come as well. It's not going to be Dildo, it's going to be Cowboy Oz, who goes back-to-back with no penalties again. Wow, Cowboy does it again, and we just slip down the order, 7th, 8th, and eventually it goes to P9. But Cowboy takes it from Dill, who just is becoming me at the moment with corner cut penalties. Or like New Zealand Ryan, who at the moment's just, not the pad god at the moment, because Penske's pad god, hashtag pad god. But Dill gets it done, Cowboy gets it done. Dill, Aussie Game on the podium, and Green Goats Frizy were top 5. Well done to him. But here's the restart. And I'm picking on Ryan in this video a lot. I apologise, Ryan, I really do. Actually, I don't. I really don't. I think you don't want me to. But here's Edge, once again, plowing into Reptile. And Green Goats around. That was quite a spin from Green Goats there, my god. But, yeah, interesting race that was. And interesting highlights here. Wow, look at those people, social distancing. But, yeah, I knew my goal for that race was a P3, P4, P5, but penalties cost me a lot. I knew I was going to get a lot of penalties at this track. I knew I was. And, yeah, it's just so frustrating. This is how I move on sides. And there was contact there, so I apologise to sites there, but I don't know what happened there. I don't think that's my fault anyway. But this is the, obviously, on the safety car. And, this is a safety car race, so that's what happened to Aussie Gamer. So, yeah, he lost his sense of direction. But yeah, it was just. I knew France was not going to be a good race for me. I knew it wasn't. And I know that Austria's a track I like a lot. Um, we've done all right in the past there, but Austria's another track where it's a lot of bad luck goes my way in Austria. It's one of those tracks again where I've got some pace and obviously the famous RRL safety car race. A reptile behind there, by the way, spinning. Did not realise that happened actually. So the theatre mode actually helps us out there, actually. But let's move on, Aussie Gamer. Yeah, so Austria coming up. I think that's a real. That's a podium, 100% chance podium. I feel. I know that I'm going to regret those words, but I feel like we've got a big chance on a podium. Win, I don't know, because I think Dill and Reptile will be very close in that race, but we'll have to wait and see how it goes in Austria. But here's the points. Calbo is now second, 10 points behind Dill. Reptile third, Aussie Gamer now fourth, passing us, so we're 24 points behind. And we got some work to do. And I think Austria will have to really fight. And Alfa Romeo and P4, it looks like it's going to be Mercedes for Williams because, Dylan and Calbo carrying their teammates. And there's results so far this season. Reptile is going a bit of a form slump like I am at the moment. But who knows what's going to go on in Austria. Hopefully Alfa Schumacher can get back on the podium. And we'll have to wait and see.